Hello everyone from Simply WCR. Today I am doing a review on a Vistaprint t-shirt. I got my logo on it. I figured for future craft shows I could wear this so that way people know who I am. And I will also be showing my new stash of yarn. I got money from my grandmother for my birthday, and she told me how she got yarn from Merchandise Outlet. And usually I don't get yarn from Merchandise Outlet because there's not really much there. They usually have like quite a few, but it's usually the yarns that nobody really buys. Like I know recently I bought like 2 different ones, but that were the only ones out of the whole stash that they have that I liked. But then my grandma said that they got a new variety in. So today I went in there and they had a whole bunch of top brand yarns that I loved. So I will be showing you everything that I got. Warning, there is a ton of them. But first I am going to start with a review on the t-shirt today. And warning, my desk is a complete mess. Yes, there is ramen noodles on my desk. But I will probably be using my craft table to show you the review since everything needs to be reorganized, especially with the new amount of yarn in my room. So let's get started. Here's my package from Vistaprint that contains my t-shirt. Pre-warning, Zuko is here like always. And we all know that his litter box is in my craft room, so I have no choice but to keep him in here when I do my videos. But let's open this up. One thing I can say already, I am so glad that they put this in a plastic bag just because with all the rain and snow, I was afraid that it could possibly get wet if none of us were here to pick it up in time. So I'm definitely glad that they got that taken care of. And I got a size medium. This is just a regular shirt that's supposed to be like unisex. And like always, they have this code that you can use. Although it's different this time, it's offer 20. The one that I got was thanks 20. But basically I get 20% off my order. Get that off and I'll put it to the side for now. Let's take a look. If I can get it unraveled. It looks good. Printing is looking very good. There's no marks, like no blur to it, besides like around the circle. It did say that something wasn't going to be totally smooth, but I think it looks great with the little bit of blur that it has to it. I can say that it is bigger, way bigger than I thought. So probably next time I would get a size small, but either way I could easily have a bigger shirt on. I usually did that anyways with any of my t-shirts. I would just wear a pair of leggings underneath it, but I'm going to try this on real quick. Alright, I have my t-shirt on, and as expected it is a little bit baggy, just a tiny bit big. It wasn't as big as it looked on the table. So it is a decent size, but as I said, I would probably still get a small. But here's the printing. I know it's backwards, but pretty sure you could at least see. And it goes down all the way to my thigh. So it has good coverage, especially if I have a pair of thin leggings, because thin leggings don't always cover everything that you want it to cover. So that's the good part about it. So most likely, at least I could have a medium size and a small size just in case for any situation. I can say that it had a weird smell when I was putting it on, so I will have to wash this and hopefully the smell will go away. It probably should, but I'll let you guys know later on once I get this shirt cleaned if the smell goes away or not, but that's the only bad thing that I've had towards it so far is just the smell. So I do recommend getting a t-shirt if you ever have like an image that you want to put on it, or your own logo for your own business, I do recommend going to them. I mean, it's only $10 for a shirt, and then you have shipping and handling, but you can always look at their specials too. They have specials all the time. Usually you can either get free shipping, or they'll have like 15% off this item, or at one point they had 25% off all clothing items. And like you've seen with any orders that you purchase, you can even take that 20% that you got from there and use that if they don't have a special at all going on for clothing. But let's go to the yarn now. Based on the last part of the video that you just saw, I just realized as I was looking it over that you won't see the wording on the shirts backwards. It's just the way that I saw it on the camera, so I was worried, like, based on if you saw it the same way as it was showing to me. But I do realize that not only do I have my yarn from Merchandise Outlet, but like a day or two before that, I did get some other yarn that I use for my hats that I make. And I would like to show you my new yarns. And I will be making sample squares out of each and every single one of them. Yes, it will probably take me a very long time to finish them, but it's for the good. So I got these yarns from Walmart, by the way. Got this one right here. And yes, we got Zuko over here who decided to lay in the video. Yeah, that's my yarn. But there's that one. And then I got this nice blue one here. It has like a blue and gray mixture. And then this one is just a plain brown. Because usually tannish brown items go with almost everything, just like black and white. And then these next two yarns were actually yarns that my grandma got me, and that's how I found out that she got these from Merchandise Outlet. So I thought that was pretty sweet. And I've never worked with a type of yarn like this. As you can see, it has like all these little puffs hanging out, but I'm pretty sure it would look cute, so I can't wait to make some sample squares to see how it turns out. But here's this one, and then I do have this one as well. This one's just a white with gray toned puffs coming out. And here's the next part, the biggest part of all, my little shopping haul that I got. Let's see. Get the bags up here first. Oh, this one's heavy. I didn't realize how heavy it was. Alright. First one that's come out of the bag. And by the way, these were $2 each. And another warning, just in case any of my coworkers need to know, I did get these from the Harrison Merchandise Outlet, not the Holton Lake one. But here's this one. Excuse me, Zuko. I am trying to do a video. I have no time to play. Here, have a pair of scissors. You knock over everything anyways. But here's this one. It's a nice, soft, thin yarn. Then we have this yarn here. I will have to go through and remove these labels because they put it over the information that I need to know what hook size or the amount of yards that's in it. But this is, oh, I can't remember, but I got this material as well. I haven't done a sample square of the one that I've always had. I just haven't done it yet. But when I was looking up t-shirt yarn, this is the type of yarn that came up. But I got this really light pink one, and then I have another one in here somewhere. I can't remember what color it was, but I remember getting a second one. Here we got another. They had a bunch of these, so they had a whole variety of colors. I'm pretty sure I got every single color that they had. But here's a light purple. And then they had this nice bulk of green yarn. Here we have a mixture yarn of blue, gray, and white. And as you can see, they're all Premier brand yarns. I can say I love Premier yarns, and there is some Red Heart yarns like this one. This is a white sparkly yarn, as you can see, little silver flakes in here. And then here's another red heart. And they had a lot of like baby ones. As you can see, they have a little baby blanket here. But we have a white, orange, and pink mixture in this one. Here is another red heart sparkly yarn. And I can say, despite what the sparkles in here, you might think it would be a little rough, but it's actually very soft, as they have it on here, sparkle soft. I know you can't really see the soft in here, but we can make out the details. But as you can see, the little silver flakes built into the yarn. Here's the other t-shirt yarn, I should put it as, but it doesn't look like a bright red as it's showing in here, like I've had described in my one video. I believe it was the last one that I posted, about how even with cameras you don't get the exact color that it shows a lot of the times. But this one is a more darker red. Next one, we have a light brown, dark brown, and pink in this one. And when I found this yarn, because I believe there's like one or two more in my bag, just like this type of yarn. It's more fuzzy. It is by Premier. And it's just a white and a mixture of like a semi-light and darker blue. And by the way, you might notice sometimes that I will buy a bunch of blue yarns because I just love the color blue. Here's another one. This one is more, it almost has like the same colors in it, but as you can see, it has like a tiny bit of brown, and it's more spaced out. It's not mixed together as much. Here's another of those Premier yarns, and this is actually showing to its true color. It is a brighter red, and it's nice and soft. Here's another one, but it is light blue. Here's a thicker yarn that I found, and I do have this brand one. I didn't know, like, I don't know much based on it because Premier has all these different sort of varieties to themselves. Like, they have Deborah Norville collection. I do have a couple of them in my previous amount of yarns, but this is a thick yarn. One thing I can say, as I was looking at the details, it says 16 millimeter hook for the crocheting, even though it's the same thickness as the yarns, like even a little bit thinner than the yarns that I use for my bun hats. So I do believe, like, I don't know what the reasoning is for the 16 millimeter hooks, but most likely I will not be using a 16 millimeter. I will be using my 10 millimeter hook like I always do. But there's that light gray one. Oh, there goes the whole pile. And then here's another light blue yarn. This one's by Premier as well, but this is, can't really read it at the moment. But it's a different variety, so it has a different feeling. It's still soft, but not as soft as the last one that you saw that was light blue, and it is a bigger chunk. It has more yards to it. Then here's another one of these yarns. It has a mixture of white, a very light to semi-light pink, a light orange to a semi-light orange, and light green, and then in a few spots it does get a bit dark. Here's the next one. Now this one, it's not really soft. I don't feel any softness to it. It's more rough. but that's fine with me because most likely what I will be using this for is to make my little hedgehogs with and see how it turns out. But as you can see, it has a light blue, a dark blue, and then a green. Here's the next one. This one is a purplish yarn. Let's see if I can find what the exact color is on here. They have the thing covered, of course. That's one thing that I didn't like, was that they put like the stickers that they were using over the information, as I said before. Color is Plum Blossom. Alright, and then next one. Here is another, it's like a mint color. A little mint yarn, so I have another one of these. Most likely, if I ever see these, which, by the way, I probably will be checking out the Holton Lake merchandise outlet to see if they also got a large variety, because most likely, if they do have the exact same yarn, I probably will be getting more of these, since it is, even though it's a good deal, it's like a small skein. It doesn't have as many yards, and it is a skinnier yarn. So most likely, I probably would use these for smaller projects, such as like cup cozies, the little hedgehogs, and whatever smaller projects that I can find that I can do with these. But that's it for that part of the bag. On to the next one. There's only a few more left. Here is another chunkier yarn. This is a tan color. It's a really nice color. And usually I only stick to that one brand that I shown in the very beginning for my bun hats, but I figured I should try these out. So I went for like basic colors that would go with mostly everything. And as you can see, just a very light brown. It is a bit fuzzy. Next one. This one is the same as the other one that you saw with the blue and green. But yeah, like I said, it's not as soft. It's more a little rough, but not too rough to where it would be absolutely uncomfortable to even touch. But as you can see, it is blue, gray, and then black. Here's another Premier Small Soft Yarns, and this one is a more dark purplish pink color. And that is all, and all I have left in my bag at this point is just these little hairpins, which, by the way, for any crocheters out there, I found that because I was going to get little stitch markers from Walmart, and even those were pretty expensive, but I saw in a video that this lady was actually just using her hairpins. And while I was at Merchandise Outlet, I saw that they had these different colored hairpins, and I figured, for any little project that I'm doing, these colorful ones could actually work out well, even the black ones for lighter yarns, just so that way I can easily spot my first stitch of a round. So I do recommend to get these little colorful ones. It doesn't have to be from Merchandise Outlet, but as you can see, I got these for only $1. But that is all for today. I will be updating on the t-shirt later, and I can't wait to get another stash and let you guys know if there is more at the Holton Lake Merchandise Outlet. I don't know if they continuously stock up on that or it's just limited. So have a wonderful day, everyone, and thank you for watching.